Hey guys, so apparently I've had a lot of break-ins in my neighborhood lately, and that's really been freaking me out because I live home alone. I need to stop saying that out loud. Oh well. Too late, I don't live here, whatever. But anyways, yeah, after hearing that news, like I got a little paranoid, and then one night I went to go lock my front door, and my front door is all glass. And I went to go lock it, I saw a face print on the glass.
Oh no.
I know, I'm like, oh my God, it's them. I'm next, I'm gonna get robbed soon. But then I was like, wait a minute, I came home drunk the other night, go face first into the door. That's my face print. No one's trying to rob me, I'm just a drunk bitch, you know? I was like to smoke weed. So recently I went to Atlanta, the Atlanta Aquarium, or the Georgia Aquarium, I guess. And I got there, I got really high and went there by myself, as one does, right? But when I was there, it made me realize, I was like, man, you really can't have a beautiful outing by yourself anymore these days without people thinking you're a creep. It didn't help that my fly was down the entire time. And I didn't realize that until I was leaving. And like when they take that picture of you that they try to sell to you like $40, yeah. They have like the sea turtles and fish photoshopped in the background. I'm looking at that shit, I'm like, man, my fly's down, I'm alone, this is fucking sad. And when I was there, I had like 2 different people come up to me and ask if I was okay. I'm like, I'm good, I'm just trying to be high and watch the beluga whales. Mind your damn business. Man, I did watch beluga whales for a really long time. I was sitting there for about 2 hours. Like I said, I was high. And did y'all know that beluga whales wink at you? I thought it was I was too stoned, but they actually wink at you. So while I'm watching the beluga whales, we do all know what beluga whales are, right? They're just giant, white, uncircumcised penises swimming around. Pretty accurate, thank you. So as I'm watching them, at one point, the tour guide was talking about this female whale named Tiffany. And he's like, so Tiffany over here, she has a birthmark on her lower back in the shape of a 4-leaf clover. I was like, damn, Tiffany's kind of a skank. For anyone that did not get that, that's a tramp stamp joke, people. Come on, Tallahassee, don't forget where you came from. Man, speaking of skanks, when I was in the 5th grade, I really wanted to get a thong, but my parents wouldn't let me get one. Understandable, I'm in 5th grade, I don't need a thong yet, right? But like, I wanted one so badly that one day, I took a pair of granny panties and a pair of scissors, and I just cut out the butt cheeks of the underwear. I made my own thong, y'all, come on! I even got some needle and thread, and I sewed up the sides of it to make it real nice and neat. Has anyone here ever sewn anything by hand before? It takes forever, doesn't it? Like, I would get done with my homework and be like, all right, gotta go to my second job, gotta work on my thong. Too many hours went into the homemade thong, people, too many hours. And you know, I never wore out of the house in public. I would just wait till my whole family went to sleep. I'd go into my room, turn the lights off, I'd light a candle. Put on my homemade thong. I'd look at myself in the mirror and be like, damn girl! Woo. Look good. I was a very lonely child. Okay. So I did that every night for like 2 months. It's fine, there's nothing wrong with me, right? Okay. So then one night, I went to go do my routine of putting on my homemade thong. And I go to my little hiding spot where I kept it, and that shit is gone. Uh-oh is right. And I'm not gonna ask my parents where it went. No, that secret is supposed to go to my grave. I did keep that secret for like 20-something years, but now because I do comedy, like one night my mom was in the audience, and I was like, this is it. This is my chance. I'm gonna get some closure. I'm gonna find out story. I looked at her and I said, what happened to the thong, Kathy? She's like, I threw that shit away because it was weird. I think she got jealous and stole it. I bet that bitch is wearing it right now. I think it's time for me to steal it back. But, anywho. So I am from Pensacola. Like, I've always been a beach kid throughout my entire life. And, like, throughout my adult years, I've always had a lot of friends tan topless. But I've never done before because, like, I don't know, I'm just really insecure. Like, it's weird. I can come up here and tell strangers about my butthole. But I can't, like, tan in a secluded area topless. You know, we're working on it, guys. We're working on it every day. And I asked my friend that tans topless all the time, I was like, well, hey, girl, how do you keep your nipples from getting sunburned? Because that's not a weird question, right? Right? Okay. She's like, oh, that's easy. I just lay quarters on top of them. It's like, well, congratulations. You have the perfect tits. I'm sorry, I don't have any coffee filters on. So I guess I can't join you. Maybe if I'm feeling up to, I'll jump in the Gulf and get some sand dollars, but let's be honest. I'm too lazy, that's not gonna happen. All right, we're gonna do some crowd participation real quick. They're gonna hate it. Okay. Big nip energy. Where we at, y'all? Big nip energy. Come on, be brave. I can do this. Talk about my big nipples, so can you. Come on. Not a single person, y'all are fucking lying to me. Come on. Who's got big nipples? Come on, give me one big nip, one big nip, one big nip, one big nip. I can see one in the back, one in the back. Two big nips. Was that you raising your hand? Okay. Choose one now. Oh, was that you raising your hand? Three big nips. Two nip, four big nip, four big nip. Four big nip? All right. This is becoming the weirdest auction ever. We're gonna shut it down now. Sold! You win nothing. Thanks for paying $25 to be here. No, really, thank you for being here. You guys, I don't actually have that big of nipples. I just want y'all to like me. I don't know if the right way to go about doing it, whatever. I'm a comic. That's how we do it, I guess. Y'all. When I was in high school, I had the biggest crush on this guy named Mark. Oh my God, Mark was in a band, he had long hair, I fucking loved Mark, okay? He had no idea it existed, of course. That's just how it goes when you're a loser. And one day, we were sitting at the same table in art class. I was like, oh my God, I get to sit with Mark, this is awesome. And then, just out of nowhere, he just randomly says, you know what? I could see you working at a deli one day. I don't know about you guys, but no ninth grade girl wants to hear that. Let alone from her crush. But you guys, years later, I did actually end up working at a deli. But, hold on, that same year, I also slept with Mark. Come on. Meat that year. See, I used to work at a deli. I worked at a lot of different jobs. Let's see, I was a line cook. If y'all are ever wondering like why our food is so salty when you go out to eat, it's because we're crying in it. Because that job sucks. It's never way too long. I used to work at a drive-thru liquor store as well. Would not recommend that one. And I'm not saying that men that drink Fireball hate women, but they fucking hate me. Something about this space just makes you want to throw change at it, you know? I don't know what's going on with that. Quarters are just ruining my life, you know? So I think the weirdest job that I worked though was I used to be a bartender at a swingers club. You'd think the sentence would end there. I wish it would. Let's start this over. I was a bartender at a swingers club in the basement of a Days Inn lobby. Some of you look familiar. comedy night there once a week, so I was like, okay, I'm here all the time anyways for comedy. I might as well be the bartender here. And this is my first bartending job. So nobody trained me. I had no idea how to make any drinks. So like, for instance, if somebody asked for a martini, I'd be like, here's some room temperature vodka in a plastic cup. That does sound good. Enjoy. Terrible bartender, right? That's not how you make a martini. But like eventually after a while, I did have to learn how to make some drinks. And one of the first drinks that I learned how to make was called the panty dropper. Have you heard it before, the panty dropper? All right, at the time, I had not heard of it either. I'm like, why is it called the panty dropper? And I looked at the ingredients, and it's got vodka, rum, Red Bull, milk, hot sauce. I'm like, is it called the panty dropper because it makes you shit your pants? Sounds about right. Won't be ordering that one ever. Okay. I was single for 6 years until recently. Now it's 7. You moved too soon, but thank you. You know, I feel like a lot of these guys in the past were missing out on dating me because I took pottery classes for a long time. Argue with you artists here in Tallahassee. That know what I'm talking about. All right, for anyone here that does not do pottery, let me just show you all the first step of making a pot on the pottery wheel. Here we go. Who is it? Yeah, all right. This is the first step of making a pot on the pottery wheel. Here we go. Smush it down, bring it back up over and over again. Very strong hands, fellas. Yeah, fuck if I know. That's why I was single for so long. They're too strong, she's ripping them off. Alright, to be honest with you guys, I really was single for a long time. I am dating someone now, and he's got kids. And that's the appropriate response, okay? And his kids are cool and all, but if you ever want to have your feelings hurt, have a child make a Sims character out of you. Yeah, that's not fun at all. My boyfriend's 10-year-old, he has Sims on his Xbox, and he wanted to make a character of me. And he even let me choose my own body type for my character. And I was realistic. I chose one similar to what I look like, you know, a curvier one, because I'm confident with my body. But after I got done making it, he was like, I think we're gonna need the bigger one, actually. Fuck him. This is how evil stepmothers are made, you guys. This is where it all begins. Now I know. And I just keep stealing cigarettes from his dad and blaming it on him. I don't even smoke, but that's what he gets, you know? Halloween is coming up. Are you excited about Halloween? Are you excited about Halloween? Yeah. I used to be like that too. I used to love Halloween. But now, every year, no matter what I dress up as, people always think I'm something else, and it's really starting to piss me off, because I work really hard on these costumes. So let's see, a few years ago, I was Charlie Chaplin. Everyone thought I was Hitler. And then a year after that, I was Planet Earth, so I'm dressed up as a globe. I have a little headband with a styrofoam moon on top of it. Everyone thought it was a golf course. I did look like a golf course though, so I don't see why they got that wrong. The moon looked like a golf ball. Alright, that's on me. And then the year after that, I was a robot. And I painted half my face like a robot. And I got sweaty at this party, and everyone thought I was Braveheart. Someone at the party started quoting lines from the movie across the room. I'm like, no, fuck, okay. But, and then the year after that, does anyone here remember Kristen Wiig's character, Judice from SNL? Yeah, with the big forehead, and she had like the baby hands. Okay, did y'all know you cannot buy baby doll hands individually? You gotta buy the whole baby doll. And let me tell you, it does not feel good having to rip the arms off a baby doll when you're alone to make a costume. Like, this is what psychopaths do, okay? So I was her one year, and everyone thought I was Benjamin Franklin. And then last year I went as a lunch lady. And everyone actually thought I was a lunch lady. I'm like, damn, I never got the build, the attitude for it, but shit, this is pissing me off, you guys. All right, y'all, we've come full circle. Mason said he could see me working at, or Mark said he could see me working at a deli. Okay, and then I was a lunch lady. Everyone actually thought I was a lunch lady. The universe wants me to wear a fucking hairnet, and it's really starting to get annoying. You guys, I'm Olivia. Thank you so much.